Welcome to what is Arrowhead Stadium after a Chiefs preseason victory. Mitch, how refreshing was this one? You had a solid run game, complimentary defense, efficient quarterback play. And that ever-elusive preseason win.
Well, Romeo Cornell on our radio pregame, he told me, he said he wanted to carry over what's been going on in St. Joe. It's the very thick, crisp, fundamental, do things right, both sides of the ball, and yes, win the game, and that happened. It has been a long time since the Chiefs have scored touchdowns on 2 consecutive drives like that, the way they did it. The first drive, 8 runs, 4 passes. It looked like Matt checked off several times. He had protection. He spread the ball around. Different guys got touches. Baldwin's the only guy that really did, but they only targeted him one time. It was so refreshing, I'm just saying. And to win the preseason game, I started the radio broadcast saying that this ties into the Indianapolis Colts, only because Indianapolis is in the 317 area code. Chiefs are 3-17 prior to this game in the preseason. They're 3-17 in the preseason last 5 years. To win this game, to do it the way they did it, is beyond refreshing.
Well, fast starts. 0-4 last preseason. We know what happened the first 2 regular season games. At least we can put that behind this organization. They get the win out the gates tonight. But before we sign off, Mitch, I want to talk about that start you just spoke of, because offensively with Brian Dable, we saw a little bit of everything. We saw Peyton Hillis run the ball well. We saw Jamal Gannon. We saw Hillis with the receiving touchdown. We saw McCluster with the mismatch in the open field. But we saw comfort also out of Matt Castle and this entire offense, and I think that's a credit to Coach Dable. It's his first game coaching this team offensively, but you wouldn't have been able to tell it by tonight's result.
And the second drive, a screen for 11. Hillis busts a 28-yard run. They hit Dexter on a deep out for 20-plus yards, and then Drawn runs it in from 4 where the right side just caved in. And Arizona's a good defensive football team. You would say their defense is ahead of their offense. So you've got to take into account it was ones against ones. It was a fabulous start. And don't leave the defense out of this. They had 2 3-and-outs to start it. To start the game as well, to force Arizona to punt the ball, and there were some explosive plays on defense. To get 6 sacks in this game is another thing that springboards them into this week at St. Joe.
Isn't that what we come to expect out of this defense? Everybody's got big plans for defense. That's why everyone's so happy to see the offense come out with so many changes, the defense so many holdovers, and you're right, Mitch, they pick up right where they left off last season. 27-17, the final. The Chiefs get a preseason victory over the Cardinals. Up next, it's the Governor's Cup showdown across I-70 next Saturday night in St. Louis. We'll see you there.